إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له أشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد. Welcome all of you, and we continue reading from al-Mulakhas al-Fiqhi of our noble Shaykh al-Allama al-Dr. al-Walid Salih bin Fawzan al-Fawzan حفظه الله تعالى ومتعه بالصحة والعافية وغفر له ولوالديه وللمسلمين والمسلمات آمين. ما زلنا في كتاب النكاح باب في أحكام الخطبة. We're still in the section of marriage. Tonight, inshallah ta'ala, we're going to read from the chapter of rulings concerning al-khitbah, which is usually translated as an engagement. When a man wants to marry a woman, he go to her family and propose that he has the intention to proceed towards marrying her. And of course there's certain things that has to be observed and the like. That's what we're going to learn inshallah ta'ala in this chapter. قال الشيخ حفظه الله تعالى باب في أحكام الخطبة. قال عليه الصلاة والسلام إذا خطب أحدكم امرأة فقدر أن يرى منها بعض ما يدعوه إلى نكاحها فليفعل. رواه أبو أحمد وأبو داود وحسنه الألباني رحمه الله. وفي حديث آخر انظر إليها فإنه أحرى أن يؤتم بينكما. قال الشيخ فدل ذلك على الإذن في النظر إلى ما يظهر من المخطوبة غالبا. فدل ذلك على الإذن في النظر إلى ما يظهر من المخطوبة غالبا وأن يكون ذلك من غير علمها ومن غير خلوة بها. The Shaykh, he began this chapter by bringing a hadith or a couple of narrations from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The first narration: when one of you gets engaged to a woman, if he can look at what will induce him to marry her, he should do so. He should do so. This is related by Imam Ahmad and Abu Dawood, and Imam al-Albani said this hadith is Hasan, sound. Also the Prophet ﷺ said in another narration, look at her, for it is better that there should be love between you. Should be love between you. In between the husband and the wife when he marry her. The Shaykh Fawzan says these two mentioned narrations indicate the permissibility of looking at what usually appears of the body of one's fiancée, meaning the woman that he has the intention to marry, and also without sitting privately with her, without her knowing and without him and her being alone. Okay? So he mentioned these two conditions, that the man can look at what usually appears for the woman and without بدون علمها, without her knowing and without khulwa. It can be together, just the two of them in the room or the like. No. I just want to tell you now from my researches and the like, as for what a man can look, because maybe now something is going on in the mind of some brothers and some awliya what is it that a man can look at the body of the woman and all of this. Not any man here, keep in mind, we're not talking about any man and any woman. We're talking about those men go shopping in Walmart. Are we? We're not talking about a man who's serious and he wants to get married. This is not a man who's going shopping and he wants to look at the women. No. A man who's serious about marriage, and what can he look at from the woman. The ulama, they mention different things. There is, alhamdulillah, a lot of fatawa. Alhamdulillah, we will read to you. If we finish the book, this chapter, I brought some fatawa from the Lajna Da'ima, Shaykh Ibn Baz, Shaykh Uthaymeen, Shaykh Al-Albani. If we don't have time, for the next class, inshallah. So this will become clear. Because usually the man go there and then he will request, I want to see this or this. Then the father says, what are you talking about? A'udhu billah, you Salafi, you Sunni, what are you talking about? You're going to look at this. You see, sometimes may result in a fight. The man being kicked out of the house, humiliated, simply because maybe he don't know what to ask for, or maybe the parents, they don't know, you know, and it result in something else. Okay? So we need to learn what to ask for, and also the awliya, they need to know what's permissible so that when they were asked those questions, they won't be surprised. Okay? See, our beautiful religion is a religion of, subhanAllah, based on knowledge, and He wants good for us. We don't go to extreme. Of course, in some Muslim countries, a man, as soon as he go to the father and says, look, I'm interested, you know, you know, your daughter, he said, oh, go, she's over there by herself, go. And he go and talk to her, no problem. And then he will take her for a vacation. No marriage yet, nothing. And it's okay, it's like that's it. As soon as he says, look, I'm interested to marry your daughter, that's it. It's like they are married already. This is a big mistake, as we're going to learn later on now. And then on the other hand, you find a man says, listen, you want to marry her? You never see her, you never talk to her, don't ask no questions about her until you marry her. That's another extreme, okay? But we're learning the right things, okay? Alhamdulillah. Now, قال الشيخ صالح الفوزان حفظه الله قال الفقهاء ويباح لمن أراد خطبة امرأة وغلب على ظنه إجابته نظر ما يظهر غالبا بلا خلوة إن أمن من الفتنة انتهى. The Sheikh says the fuqaha, the ulama of Islam, or the jurists of jurisprudence, they say it is allowable and allowed for a man who intends to get engaged to a woman, and that man believes that she is likely to consent, to look at what usually appears of her body. So if he knows that this, they know him, you know, the wali of the woman, they know this man, he has good manners, akhlaq, and the deen. So he's going with a good, he's going with what? Mutafa'il. He's optimist. Like, alhamdulillah, they know me. He said, yes, now it's likely, so to look at what usually appears of her body without sitting privately with her, provided that he feels secure against temptation. Against temptation. طيب. وفي حديث جابر فكنت أتخبأ لها حتى رأيت منها بعدما دعاني إلى نكاحها. Jabir is Jabir ibn Abdullah, a companion, son of a companion, radiyallahu anhuma. He says, before he married that woman, he says, فَكُنْتُ أَتَخَبَّأُ لَهَا. He said, I used to hide, أتخبأ, and look at that woman that he's interested to marry. until I saw of her what induced me to marry her. Okay. قال الشيخ صالح الفوزان فدل ذلك على أنه لا يخلو بها ولا تكون هي عالمة بذلك وأنه لا ينظر منها إلا ما جرت العادة بظهوره من جسمها وأن هذه الرخصة تختص بمن غلب على ظنه إجابته إلى تزوجها فإن لم يتيسر له النظر إليها بعث إليها امرأة ثقة تتأملها ثم تصفها له لما روي أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بعث أم سليم تنظر امرأة رواه أحمد. The Shaykh said this hadith and this action of this noble companion Jabir ibn Abdullah radiallahu anhuma indicates that a man is not to sit privately with the woman he intends to marry. Okay? And that so some man, subhanAllah, he goes he see a woman in the street and listen, I'm interested. Okay, they go to, I don't know, Subway and have a sandwich together. Have lunch. No, you can't do that. It's not permissible. Or they go to Dunkin' Donuts and sit there and talk it out, just the two of them over a coffee. That's not permissible. Now, so he says he should not sit privately with the woman he intends to marry, and that he can look, yes, it's permissible for him to look at her stealthily, meaning like he's without her knowing. Yet one is not allowed to look except at what is usually and conventionally apparent of the body of the woman one intends to marry. He said this permission is restricted to the person who thinks that the woman is likely to respond to his proposal of marriage. Meaning that the parents, the wali, okay? Not just her, okay? Otherwise, if it is not attainable for the person to have a look at the woman, there's no way for him to look at her, then he may send a trustworthy woman to see her on his behalf, and then she may describe her to him. But this woman, she has to fear Allah. She described based on this condition. She's not just going to describe her to anybody. La. And this is based on the hadith related by Imam Ahmad, stating that the Prophet ﷺ once sent Sulaym in order to see and examine a woman. ثم قال الشيخ حفظه الله ومتعه بالصحة والعافية ونفعنا والمسلمين بعلمه وزاده الله علما وثباتا على السنة والمتكلم السامعين قال ومن استشير في خاطب أو مخطوبة. Of course, now the Shaykh is going to mention another point, but this is the point that I told you. We're going to read some fatwa about it, okay? So that it become clear with the ulama. He says, what can you see for a woman? First of all, is it permissible for that man who's intending to marry the woman? He didn't write the contract yet. They didn't do the contract, not write it, but they didn't have the marriage contract, whether it is written or verbal, okay? So she's not his wife yet. He's just proposing, making a proposal. He go to her father, her uncle, grandfather, or whatever, the wali of that woman, I'm interested. Okay, but she's not his wife, because she become his wife after the marriage take place. Okay? So that man, can he go to the house of the woman and sit with her with the presence of her wali? Okay? Can he talk to her? She talk to him. He ask her questions. She ask him questions. How they ask the question? What is the nature of the conversation? Can he ask? Can I look at her face if she's munaqqaba? Because if she's not munaqqaba, she's there. If she's munaqqaba and wear gloves, for example, can he say, can I look at her face and her hands? Can I look at her feet? Can I see her hair, head? You see? All of this. What the ulama says. Do they say all of the above is okay and a bonus? Or they say something else? Or whatever they say. Okay? Forget about the bonus, okay? There's a slip of the tongue, okay? That's a slip of a tongue, may Allah forgive me. There's some people, we don't want to open no unnecessary windows in here, alright? Yeah, that was my mistake. Slip of a tongue. Astaghfirullah wa atubu ilayh. Now, because this is a serious matter, okay? طيب. So we're going to read to you this fatwa, inshallah ta'ala. Now the Shaykh says, وَمَنِ اسْتُشِيرَ فِي خَاطِبٍ أَوْ مَخْطُوبَةٍ وجب عليه أن يذكر ما فيه من مساوئ وغيرها ولا يكون ذلك من الغيبة ولا يكون ذلك من الغيبة. Now the Shaykh says in this point, whoever is asked about his opinion on someone intended to be engaged should answer honestly, mentioning the bad qualities of the intended person, if any, as well as any relevant things, which this action itself is not considered backbiting in the case. So meaning if you know the person, okay, you know this person, you have some bad qualities when it comes to dealing with women, marriage and the like, then you need to say something. Okay, don't just say, none of my business, brother. Or say, well, I know a lot of things, but I don't want to backbite nobody, because the Shaykh says in this case it's not backbiting. It's not backbiting. If you know, you tell him, Akhi, nah, this brother, this and this. If you're not sure, you don't know, say, Allahu A'lam, ask somebody else. No assumptions. Okay? Remember, whatever we say is recorded, whether for us or against us. But if you know, even if you're doing business with him, or you know this person, or whatever the case is, you got to say the haqq. Say to him, this man has a temper. Alright? As far as I know, he has a bad temper. He gets angry, easy. Things like that. He fights. Or whatever the case, he's afflicted by something, I don't know, whatever it is. على أي إيش؟ على أي نحن نقرأ ما يقول الشيخ جزاك الله خير على طيب. So the Shaykh now is talking about if you are asked, if one was asked about the man, maybe the father of the girl will come in a masjid, say, Akhwan, what do you know about this brother? He may come from another community. You may receive a phone call. You may receive a phone call now because we have this technology. Assalamu alaikum, akhi, are you so-and-so? Na'am, you know so-and-so? Oh yeah, describe him, this and yeah, he's in here. What do you know about him? What do you want to know? Well, because he came and asked the hand of my daughter, my mother, my this, my sister, my aunt, whatever, cousin, whatever he's in charge of. Then you should, if you know, you should tell that person what you know about that person. Okay? But based on knowledge and fear Allah. I know. Don't just because somebody has some beef against the brother, oh yeah, I'm going to get him now. Nah, yeah. Now you got to say the haqq and say, be honest. That's what it says, be honest. Now, another point the Shaykh mentioned now, ويحرم التصريح بخطوة المعتدة كقوله أريد أن أتزوجك لقوله تعالى ولا جناح عليكم فيما عرضتم به من خطبة النساء فأباح التعريض في خطبة المعتدة وهو أن يقول مثلا إني في مثلك لراغب أو لا تفوتيني بنفسك، فدل ذلك على تحريم التصريح كقوله أريد أن أتزوجك، لأن التصريح لا يحتمل غير النكاح، فلا يؤمن أن يحملها الحرص على أن تخبر بانقضاء عدتها قبل انقضائها. He says it is prohibited for a man to use direct declaration while proposing to a widow or a divorced woman during her waiting period, such as saying to her, I would like to marry you. And this is because Allah the Exalted has said, there is no blame upon you for that to which you indirectly allude concerning a proposal to women. Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 235. He said, hence Allah Exalted be He allows indirect allusion while proposing to a widow or a divorced woman during her waiting period, such as saying to her, I am interested in you, or such like indirect expressions. This indicates the prohibition of direct declaration of proposal to a widow or a divorced woman during her waiting period, such as saying, I would like to marry you. This is because such a direct proposal to a widow or a divorced woman may urge her to lie about her waiting period out of her desire for marriage. She will now wait until the period is over. Okay? أي. He said, قال الإمام ابن القيم رحمه الله حرم خطبة المعتدة صريحا حتى في عدة الوفاة، وإن كان المرجع في انقضائها ليس إلى المرأة، فإن إباحة الخطبة قد تكون ذريعة إلى استعجال المرأة بالإجابة والكذب في انقضاء عدتها. A similar thing Ibn al-Qayyim mentioned. He says because this may make the woman haste to marry, and instead of saying, well, you have to wait because my iddah still have a couple months, or whatever the case, she may just lie and that her iddah came to an end. قال وتحرم خطبته على خطبة أخيه المسلم. Now the Shaykh is mentioning another point. وتحرم خطبته على خطبة أخيه المسلم، فمن خطب امرأة وأجيب إلى ذلك حرم على غيره خطبتها حتى يأذن بذلك أو يرد، لقوله صلى الله عليه وسلم لا يخطب الرجل على خطبة أخيه حتى ينكح أو يترك. رواه البخاري والنسائي. وروى مسلم لا يحل للمؤمن أن يخطب على خطبة أخيه حتى يذر أن يدع. وفي حديث ابن عمر لا يخطب أحدكم على خطبة أخيه متفق عليه. وللبخاري لا يخطب الرجل على خطبة الرجل حتى يترك الخاطب قبله أو يأذن له. Sheikh mentioned another point now, which is it is prohibited for a Muslim to propose to a woman who is already engaged to another Muslim man. She's engaged to another man. Okay? She's not married, but she's engaged. خطبها. Okay? He said it is prohibited for a Muslim to propose. Like, he knows that this family, they said, okay, we accept your proposal. So now they negotiating the marriage, and they didn't do no contract yet. It's not permissible for another man to go and jump in a race, because this is not a race anyway. So he's gonna go, and some people, they want to like say, hey, I got a better job, I own my house. He just rent. All right, subhanallah. I know people do that. Or he may say, go to the father and say, hey, you work for me, man. You work for me. You want to keep your job? Well, you got to marry your daughter to my friend. He's going to come and see you after Asr tomorrow, all right? People do stuff like this. If you wonder, right? People do stuff. Don't fear Allah, they do stuff like this. He go to the man and says, listen, we heard somebody, you turn my friend. He says, because somebody is already engaged, she's engaged, you want your job or what? See, people do stuff like this. That's why we learn it, so that we first of all, we protect ourselves from these things, from the traps of the shaitan, and also if we see people are doing these things that are not from our religion, then we tell them, Akhi fear Allah, taqillah. It doesn't work like that. So it is prohibited for a Muslim to propose to a woman who is already engaged to another Muslim. Thus, whoever proposes to a woman and his proposal is answered, it becomes prohibited for anyone else to propose to her until the first suitor gives him permission or when the proposal of the first is rejected. Once he knows that it's rejected, yes. And the Shaykh mentioned a couple of narrations. The first one, none should ask for the hand of a woman. Now, of course, talking about women here. A man marry a woman. It's not like a man marry a man. Or a woman marry a woman. Well, who knows what they may say next? A'udhu billah, man marry a monkey or something. Who knows? You think you'll be surprised? La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Sallallahu salam wa al-afiyah, ya akhi. Sallallahu salam wa al-afiyah. May Allah protect our children from the fitan, ya akhwan. Every time comes. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. It says, none should ask for the hand of a woman who is already engaged to his Muslim brother, but one should wait until and see if the first suitor will marry or leave her. Read by al-Bukhari and al-Nasa'i, rahimahumullah. Imam Muslim, rahimahullah, also related that the Prophet ﷺ said, none should ask for the hand of a woman who is already engaged to a Muslim, to his Muslim brother, because the Muslims are brothers one to another, until he, meaning the first, leaves her. Meaning he says, I'm not interested anymore, for whatever reason. Okay? Moreover, Ibn Umar narrated that the Prophet ﷺ said, none should ask for the hand of a woman who is already engaged to his Muslim brother. His Muslim brother meaning by Islam, not his Muslim blood brother. Any Muslim, alhamdulillah, because إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِخْوَةً. Okay? طيب. Read by al-Bukhari and Muslim. Imam al-Bukhari also related that the Messenger of Allah ﷺ said, a man should not ask for the hand of a woman who is already engaged to his Muslim brother unless the first suitor gives her up or gives him permission to propose to her. قال الشيخ صالح حفظه الله فدلت هذه الأحاديث وما في معناها على تحريم خطبة المسلم على خطبة أخيه لما في ذلك من الإفساد على الخاطب الأول وإيقاع العداوة بين الناس والتعدي على حقوقهم فإن رد الخاطب الأول أو أذن للخاطب الثاني أو ترك تلك المرأة هو الخاطب الأول جاز للثاني أن يخطب تلك المرأة لقوله صلى الله عليه وسلم حتى يأذن أي الأول أو يترك. قال الشيخ صالح حفظه الله تعالى وهذا من حرمة المسلم وتحريم التعدي عليه. After bringing these narrations, now the Shaykh is going to give us the hikmah and the wisdom behind this. Why it is prohibited for a Muslim man to propose for a woman after knowing that another Muslim has proposed to her. Okay? Now, he says, Hafidahullah, All of the aforementioned hadith, and, as well as others, or other ones having the same meaning, stress the prohibition of proposing to a woman who is already engaged to another Muslim. Remember, this is only the engagement. There's no contract or nothing, okay? Because if a woman is married, that's it, okay? He said this is because such an act, meaning the act here when another person go and propose for that same woman, okay? He said this is because such an act may spoil the engagement of the first suitor and spread hatred among people and involve encroachment on others' rights. And that's what happens sometimes. You find the whole family, it's not just two men. The family of this one fighting with the family. Look, 3 families are fighting right now. You see? Subhanallah. Because people, they don't apply the deen, or they don't know what it is, or a lot of fitan happen. So when he goes and sometimes those families, they are close families. They families, not just Muslims and friends and stuff. They are family by blood, and it results in boycotting each other and fighting each other. And no, look at the beauty of Islam. No greed. It's not like the strongest one will win. Catch me if you can. The one who is more slick, get around. No, this doesn't work in Islam like that. The people who have no Islam, they may do these things. Or those who are just Muslims by affiliation, they have no clue what Islam is, they play games like this. Some, they even want to just spoil everything for the other. He has no interest to marrying the girl, period. He just don't like that person. And when he see, okay, his man, what are you going to give you for dowry? Well, he says 500, 10,000 right now on the table. 10,000, talking about. We're not in an auction in here. Muslims, they have to abide by Islam. And people do a lot of things, billah, for different reasons. So, now, if the proposal of the first suitor is rejected, or he gives permission to another person to propose to her, or leaves her, it becomes permissible for the second suitor to propose to that woman. As the Prophet ﷺ stipulated, unless the first person gives her up or gives him permission to propose to her. Okay? Says it's okay with me. No bas. But she's not his wife anymore. Yet. Okay? Now. قال الشيخ, and this is the duty of a Muslim towards the sanctity and inviolability of his fellow Muslim whose violation is prohibited. No, these are the rights. The rights that a Muslim have over another Muslim. Same way, you don't cheat a Muslim, you don't backbite a Muslim, you don't injure a Muslim, you don't slander a Muslim, you don't insult him, you don't cheat him, you don't cause him any harm. Or Muslims should be safe from. Same thing likewise in this. You know, because some people, they be looking to get married, this and this, and then somebody say, oh yeah, go to the brother. But then he goes and he says, Akhi, subhanallah, there is engagement now going on. Okay, so there is no need for a person to go to the back door or try to, go to somebody else to put some pressure on that man. You know what I'm talking about? They do it. Some they go to his grandfather or his mother. Listen, I'm taking care of you. I've been nice to you. You're like a mother to me. Nowadays we're family. No, all these things should not be done. They're not from Islam. أي نعم بارك الله فيكم. قال وبعض الناس لا يبالي بذلك فيقدم على خطبة المرأة وهو يعلم أنه مسبوق إلى خطبتها وأنها قد حصلت الإجابة فيعتدي على حق أخيه ويفسد ما تم من خطبته وهذا محرم شديد التحريم. وحري بمن أقدم على خطبة امرأة وهو مسبوق إليها مع إثمه الشديد ألا يوفق وأن يعاقب. The Shaykh said, subhanallah, some people, with all of this that we mentioned, some people do not pay the least attention to such matter. In other words, one may knowingly propose to a woman who is already engaged to another and gave her consent. SubhanAllah. Knowing, I'm going to try and see who's going to win. We mentioned this is not, SubhanAllah, something you do, who's going to win. No, you want to win, you want to be amongst the winners, you want to be with those who are successful, you're going to do what's pleasing to Allah. That's how a person will be among the winners. وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. You want to be amongst the winners, you have to do it the way that is pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As playing these games, they are not from the deen of Allah. Muslims don't play in games like that with each others. The Shaykh said, by doing so, one is oppressing the other Muslim and violating his rights and spoils his proposal, which is by all means prohibited. Very prohibited, subhanAllah. Shadid al-tahrim. Very prohibited for a man to do such thing like this. The person has to be patient. Be patient. Allahu Akbar. And you believe in the qadar. Because sometimes the man, he knows. And he was waiting. But then, subhanAllah, somebody precede him to that. Qadar of Allah. Maktub. 50,000 years before the creation of the heavens and the earth. So if this man now, he heard that, oh, somebody has proposed and they accept, what are he going to do now? So, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, qadar Allah. Even though he really wanted to propose for that woman, he's going to say, alhamdulillah, I'm going to wait. And be patient and thank Allah and accept the qadar of Allah. And then if it's written for him, what happened? It's going to be done by means of halal. No, he's not going to go play games and we'll see what happens or not. He's going to bribe everybody in the family to put pressure on the father. You see what I'm saying? He go to the mother first, bribe her with some money. He's going to go to her brother, older brother, buy him a bike. You go to the other one, give him $200. And he go to the other one and says, remember, I can hire you with me, man. You work for me. I give you a nice pay. And he go to her aunties and try, so that all of them, all the family against the father now. What is this? La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. This is shadid al-tahrim. In addition, the one who intentionally does so deserves to be rejected and punished as well. See, if a person does that, even though he has this or that, say, akhi, taqillah. We told you the woman is engaged, akhi. You're a Salafi or what? Who is your Salafiyah? Yeah, but I got a better house. You should have better understanding. Talking about a better house. What is your better understanding of the deen of Allah? Your fiqh. You don't know the hadith? You never read the chapters of marriage and khutbah? How you come to propose? You didn't even look at the chapters of khutbah? You didn't even read before you get here? You see how it is. قال الشيخ فعلى المسلم أن يتنبه لذلك وأن يحترم حقوق إخوانه المسلمين. إخوانه المسلمين، هذا الإخوان المسلمون. فإن حق المسلم على أخيه المسلم عظيم لا يخطب على خطبته ولا يبيع على بيعه ولا يؤذيه بأي نوع من الآذى. To conclude this chapter, the Shaykh has given a very valuable and very important advice to all Muslims. قال فعلى المسلم أن يتنبه لذلك وأن يحترم حقوق إخوانه المسلمين فإن حق المسلم على أخيه المسلم عظيم لا يخطب على خطبته ولا يبيع على بيعه ولا يؤذيه بأي نوع من الأذى. So therefore a Muslim should beware of such a matter and show respect toward the rights of other fellow Muslims. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. So the Muslim should respect and show respect toward the rights of other fellow Muslims. Every Muslim has inviolable rights that should be respected by other Muslims. A Muslim should not, such rights the Shaykh mentioned, he said, so therefore, as an example, a Muslim should not propose to a woman already engaged to his fellow Muslim. He should not try to cancel the purchase of his fellow Muslim trader to gain it for himself. And we studied this before, alhamdulillah, in the Buyur. Cannot just go and person already says, alhamdulillah, mashallah, how much the car? 3,000. It's okay, alhamdulillah. Said, all right, we'll do the paperwork tomorrow, okay? He's going to go and say, hey, you sold it, how much? 3, I give you 3,500, akhi. I give you 3,500. Why? La. And also we understood that sometimes, unless if it's an auction, like if there's an auction out there, yes, they can bid. But also a person should not bid unless they are really honest and they really interested in the product. Cannot just work with the other person, with the seller, and then whenever a person really needed that car, here's another one, raise the price 100, 29, 31 here. Then the other one will tell him, if you even make it worse, akhi, I was gonna, but listen, subhanAllah, if this man wasn't here, 29, it's okay for me because you're my brother, okay? Because you're my brother, 29, I will be okay with that. But put yourself in my place, man. Somebody else give you 31, and I need money myself. I got debts, you see? It's all a game. Then the man is, all right, 32, you see? Then the other one say 35. Then when the man says, I can't. Then they says, well, you know what? Forget about him. I don't even know this guy like I know. You're my brother. Give me 33 and it's yours. Playing games. Because the other guy has a cut in the sale. No, you can't do it like that. You can work for commissions. Now, if you say, look, if I bring you people, you give me $100 for each client, it's okay. Whatever you sell it for, just make commission. Yeah, it's okay to do that. You go look for people because that's your fee. You're doing a job. You're working now. And the pay is known. You're not scamming people. Subhanallah. Nor should he cause any kind of harm to his fellow Muslims, subhanAllah. This is serious. People causing people's harm and they think they're doing something great. They bragging about it. We knocked him out, man. You see how he looked after Asr? You see how he looked, man, when the brother talked to him and they came and put 2 more words, man. You see his face? He was like, and they think like they did something nice. Humiliated the Muslim, caused him a lot of problems, insulted him, worse maybe in front of his family, and they think that they've done something to be cheered for. We have to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, wallahi. And we have to learn. That's why it's important to learn, man. It's important, it's serious, to sit in the classes and learn from the works of the ulama. I know, for those who have the ability to go and sit with the ulama, that's the best thing to do. You don't? Well, then read their books, listen to their classes. If you know Arabic, well, listen to them. Alhamdulillah, that's a ni'mah. If you know Arabic, you learn it, You don't need to be Arab. There's a lot of non-Arabs who, inshallah, they're very good in Arabic. Then we listen. There is so many good ways to listen right now. You can listen while you're driving, while you're working, while you're eating. SubhanAllah, while you're sitting in your home. There's so many ways Allah has given us. So listen to the classes of the ulama, Sheikh bin Baz, Sheikh al-Albani, al-Uthaymin, Sheikh Muqbil, Sheikh Fawzan, Sheikh al-Haydan, Sheikh Rabi', Sheikh al-Muhsin, Sheikh Ubaid, Mashayikh of Ahl Sunnah, and also the students of knowledge who they are known to the Mashayikh. They have classes online. Listen to them. If you don't know Arabic, whatever language you have, English, French, Dutch, Somalian, Oromo, Yoruba, Hausa, Wolof, Suraqoli, whatever it is, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, whatever it is, Urdu, Bangla. I missed anybody? I want nobody to be mad at me. He mentioned my language. Oh, these are an examples, okay? I didn't mention one? French. I mentioned French, right? Farsi. Okay? Huh? Mandingo, Bambara, Hausa, Yoruba, Fulani, Wolof. Anyway, if you know some du'at, some students of knowledge who, alhamdulillah, they know, and they are upon the manhaj al-sahih, upon da'wah recommended by the ulama, by some of the mashayikh, you listen. If they do what they're supposed to do, they read from the work of the ulama, they bring you the statements of the ulama, you learn it together like what we're doing here. I'm learning with you. It's not like I'm coming here to tell you something and no, I'm here, I'm learning. I'm the first one that benefit, alhamdulillah, from these classes. I know. So this is a very important matter for us, ya ikhwan, to understand, to seek knowledge, to be able to sit in the circles of knowledge. If you read the name of a book like Mulakhas al-Fiqhi, go get it. If you know Arabic, get it. Alhamdulillah, and read this chapter here, mashallah, go read it 3, 4, 5, 10, 50 times, 70, 100, why not? And until it's settled with you and you digest it and you understand it correctly. I know, and also in case you miss point or something, you go back to the chapter, you go back to the book, and this is how you establish a library. If you ask a student of knowledge who study with the ulama, for example, for years, they usually have a big library, and most of those libraries they already read them. Like one student of Sheikh Rabi', he told me, he said, subhanAllah, those who see the library of Sheikh Rabi', he read every book in there. All of them. Because you can go there, hold any book, you will find marks and notes. It's not like, Amazon. Shipping, free shipping, loaded from Amazon to the shelf. No, they read. The ulama, when they were studying, they sit with the sheikh. What are we doing? Sharh Muslim, Imam Nawawi, they go get that book. They finish it. Right now. Sunan Abu Dawood, they finish it. An-Nasa'i, finish it. Books of hadith, books of fiqh, books of Arabic, they study these books with the ulama. That's why they become ulama. They just have a lot of nice library in the house and tell the people, I got a nice library. All right, well, tell us one benefit. Wow, I'm going to come home. I have to get the book. The book, you have it for years. Why didn't you open it and, Allah have mercy on us. You know how many books we have? Did we read all the books? I didn't. I know, I can tell you that right now. That's why we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us tawfiq. Tawfiq is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's very important for us, ikhwan, to be serious about seeking knowledge. Don't underestimate these classes here. You sit, you bring the book with you, you pay attention, you take a note, something you didn't understand, you ask, or you go do some search, alhamdulillah, subhanallah, and Allah opened for you ways that you never imagined. This is how you learn. إنما العلم بالتعلم. Learning is by what? Acquiring knowledge is by what? By learning. Same way, you're a merchant and you go to the market and you made $300 the first day. And if you don't go for the next 3 weeks, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? You're not going to get, nothing is coming. You're just going to spend that 300 in 3 days or maybe, and then you're broke. But if you go the next day, alhamdulillah, rizq from Allah, you may even make 500. The next day you make 250. The following day, mashallah. You see? So that's why people keep going to those marketplaces, right? Because they're making money. Why business keep opening every day? Huh? It's making money. And hey, they know, yes, they make a little bit, but day with the day, in 6 days, 5 days, that's how it adds up. If a person is struggling, he go to the flea market or whatever, and he making $150, $75, one day 50, one day nothing, one day $25, one day 400, mashallah. But he's going by and paying the rent and the like, and then his grandmother or whatever died, and he inherited $10 million. Is he going to go to the flea market? Huh? You don't know. That's a good question. Answer, actually. What do you think, Elias? He's not going to go. Why are you going to go? He's going to start his own flea market. So he has money now. Why? What he used to go there for money. Now he has money. Now that time, that's 8-10 hours, he's going to spend it where? In the masjid. Al-Haram in Mecca. He has the money. He's going to go there. For Umrah for a whole month. He come back, spend 2 weeks, go back for another month. Come back here for 2 weeks, go back for another month. Why? Because why is he going to go to flea market anymore? He has the money. Now he's going to do better with his time. You see? Instead of going to flea market, he's going to spend more time in the masjid, reading with his family, visiting the sick, helping the needy and the poor, establishing a business that will benefit the Muslims. You see? Having meetings with the people who have knowledge with businesses. How can, listen, I got some money, I want $1 million donated to do something for the Muslims in this area. What do you guys think? What can we do? And he will bring serious people that will tell him, listen, what we need to, what will we do? Barakallahu. Likewise, you learn so that you can increase in knowledge. And you increase until you get to a level that, alhamdulillah, you'll be benefiting others. You learn the Arabic, now you're teaching it to others. You learn the wudu, the tahara, salat, now you can correct other people wudu and make yourself available. You see? This is how da'wah spread, this is how knowledge spread amongst the Muslims. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us beneficial knowledge that is coupled with righteous actions. May Allah make us mafatih lil khayr, a people who they call to that which is good. وصلى الله وسلم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا.